Yeah, that's kind of where I'm leaning a little bit.
Japway Ember down. I mean, I'm just. It is going to be his Marsden, I think. And
so
wait,
Tusk or Mars?
Oh no,
right?
it could be Tusk. Yeah.
I think Mars on the offlane, so you can spear the Monkey King away.
It's an offlane.
Actually, Mars safe.
Phoenix.
Offlane Phoenix, my man, FBZ.
All right.
It's new.
Okay,
I mean,
so
minus attack speed on Monkey and Slot is always going to be good.
Yeah.
It's not only the minus attack speed, you always keep vision on the Monkey King. You can dive over the trees, you can bring him down. It's one of my actually favorite matchups to play.
Yeah, it can kind of cause Nothing to Say to play a bit safer, but he's always got the X TP back for a top-up. He really does feel the pressure, and they're not quite committing on Boom to apply that pressure. Still focusing on the side lanes. You see Tim's here just being chased away, but creep army of Y. He's got the most annoying creeps, Chain Lightning creep and the Purge creep up. So you really can't do much about that if you're the Tusk right now.
We're trying on to the Tusk. Oh, great boundless strike out from Arme from a mile away, and Y able to secure first blood here for PSG LGD. That was right on the edge there with Arme. My goodness.
And it's just when you have access to that small camp and you get lucky with some of these creeps, it just gets really hard. There's just not much the Tusk can do. And again, Ame's just getting a lot of space out. 23 to 13 in the CS, slightly above Jackie.
It's going to be skimmed down at the bot side of the rune that does actually pick up the double damage, so he just gets away with it, just completely denying it off from Nothing to Say. And just a great way of slowing down the Kunkka, not allowing any rotations. So as I say that, they may just run mid. Arena is down defensively. Can they take him down? It's a lot of damage flying out, and Xingqiu, he'll still land the cookie through the arena. Just on the outer edge, they just hold him down, but now Nothing to Say. He could be in danger. Tims and Skem getting to work. The double damage, actually doing a hell of a lot of work, but Xingqiu, he shows up again. They find another. Is Tims? Can he run now? Xingqiu really chasing far. Very nice cookie and a triple kill out for Xingqiu.
It's that aggression we talked about, having such a great foundation out from such a strong start from Nothing to Say, and with how good your supports are at going towards mid, it's just really easy to bully out. Boom started out with a really good spear opportunity, but not really able to commit with Tim's around. He's under-leveled on the Tusk, still level 2, about to hit 3. There's not much he can really do to help Yopaj find these kills.
Really trying to slow down the pacing of Nothing to Say. They've done absolutely everything to slow this man down, but he's still top the net worth board. In fact, he's going to find Jackie on the Lifestealer. X is there, but Rage will be there in time to juke out the cookie. Still Faith Beyond is going to show up. They do have the X back. Jackie, he's in huge trouble, and Xingqiu, he's going to find a 4th kill. This Snapfire, he's just doing too much work.
He's all over the map, and Jackie popping that Rage a bit early. The moment he saw the cookie come out, while the X was on, he had to Rage, and he couldn't outlast that X mark, so he just gets punished. There was a smoke rotation out from Boom, trying to head up top, but they're still not finding anything for their trouble. They dragged Yopaj around for that. It's LGD really working this map out really well, just using the vision they have from the Chen creeps. Starting to get activity in Ame.
Yeah, he's got an arcane room, but in comes Nothing to Say along with Ame. Arena is down, but here come the kisses. Tims, he'll buy them a bit of time, allow them to get away from those kisses, but it's still a lot of damage. Now the egg will be dropped down. Ame, he might be in trouble, but no Tims. He's the one in danger as he does go down to Y. PSG LGD, they'll just keep running. They might just want to reset and just back out of this team fight, as it seems like Boom have brought Jackie over, but it's going to be a bit of wasted time for the Lifestealer. Nothing going to come out for Boom. LGD still 0-7 in their favor. Boom to pick up 1 kill. It's going to do nothing with all that bonus armor you get there on Jackie, and just such a painful experience to have to try and deal with as LGD. They are starting to move in, but Boom are waiting. In there goes Jackie. They find Y. They do have the help around, though. Nothing to Say, trying to save the day of the Chen, but the Y is still going to drop. That's 1. Just a +5 kill here for Boom, but it is the first kill of the game for them to pick up, and that's a start.
Yeah, it's a start, and not the biggest, but little cheeky build.
Oh, Faith Beyond almost finds Tims, but the snowball is going to buy a little bit of time as Tims is still going to drop, and now Yopaj, he's been caught out. Boundless is there as well. They take him down. No chance survival, just perma-stuns out from LGD. Into the tier 1 mid tower they go.
And it doesn't take too long to push with just how much damage is coming out. Not even the full Deso out from Ame yet. Just with the numbers they have, with a little Shredder to provide some minus armor, it just melts. And Boom, again, they just keep coming in one by one. They find that 1 kill in the Chen, and then they just don't manage to get anything else. They don't manage to play with their combinations, and LGD just recognize that. When they're split up, when the egg's not a threat, they've got a huge open.
Here we go. Y Getting caught out, but the cookie is going to be there. Why will be just fine. Snowball, they're going to follow up. They really want something for their trouble. If the hand of God was there, why? Still running. Tornado away. It's just not going to be enough. They even commit the arena for this. I mean, it's heavy commitment from Boom, but considering the state of the game right now, they need everything they can get. One here for their trouble.
Middle tower is under attack.
Doesn't seem like it. The Yopaj is within vision, and Arme is going to try and slow him down. The Mars, how do you get out of this one? Arme, boundless, no, it's off the mark. A very nice sidestep from Yopaj, and he's out. Has his own BKB up now as well.
Yeah, that would have been massive if they managed to kill him off. He barely had the gold to buy out the recipe. So that would have stalled the BKB just a little bit longer, give them an opportunity for a bigger fight.
Scam is going to get caught. Nothing to say, should have no problems taking down the +5 CM and does not. Meanwhile, Jackie, he's a much bigger target, but a nice rage away, avoiding the boundless strike for now as Tims is going to TP out of there with the invest. He's just going to make it. That's a 5-star review right there for Tims. Perfect timing.
Oh yeah, perfect escape vehicle coming out there right in the nick of time for Jackie to just infest away. And they're just poking and prodding, waiting for those items up on Boom and LGD. Again, they would want to get some kills. They need a kill to kind of secure the tier 2 here. Boom might get aggressive.
Do see the rune though, nothing to say. Ready, but they're still going to jump in. Walrus Punch is there, Arena down, but the spear was not there in time. The BKB was out, nothing to say now. Going to turn with the bow for the egg. It's still going. Can it last? It cannot. FBZ is down. Tims will try to TP away and barely makes it out, but they've left Yopaj all by himself, and he is going to drop. 2 down for the side of Boom, and LGD very comfortably taking that team fight. It didn't seem like they were worried whatsoever.
And again, you just see how difficult it is to actually initiate.
BKB is back up on Arme. Very, very good timing here from LG, just waiting that item out, and in they go. For the bottom tier 3 tower, Boom, they will try to set up for this team fight. It's just so rough to see how you get the initiation off before the BKBs, but there it is. They've got the Conquer, nothing to say. He's a big target, but he's gonna get out. He's got the BKB in time as Jackie's the one to drop, and now Yopaj is gone. Oh, it was such a great start, but they find nothing.
Oh, they call it.
They call it. Egg is down, they've had enough. Very rough game 1 here for Boom, and well, for LGD, it was just an absolute clinic.
Yeah, they just played perfectly. Start to finish, from the laning, all the choices they made. They read the draft really well. We heard how confident it was, right? Like Muji was, this is within expectations. We've drafted to what we know we can handle up against LGD, and LGD shows us their prep work was probably a bit better.
Yeah.
They just come out on top. We saw that combination at the end, that blink in from Tims, the instant stuns onto one.
And like Earthshaker as well, being able to block you off early before you get your shard. They have a lot of ways to collapse on him really quickly. I mean, there's...
One thing that Boom is really lacking is stuns. Like, look at them. If you're hoping that Bushwhack is going to be the best thing that you've got.
What do you think about Faceless Void then? If we look at carries with stuns, usually it's like him and Wraith King.
My concern is just what damage are you providing? In the early game, some fissures will disconnect your ability to do damage. If you get Visage, he's going to be too tanky. The Soul Rips.
I mean,
it's just a lack of damage, but it's an insurance policy. But okay,
So that's something.
They want to go for the fight. They go for the blood seeker.
Say that.
No, I see it. You rotate
No.
sniper.
I was going to say, why don't you
Sniper,
actually
yeah, I
change
see.
it around and actually run at them instead?
Oh, sorry,
because of
invisible
the
ink,
blood.
yeah.
Yeah. There's more ink.
Both sides just very satisfied farming up for now throughout this laning stage. We are yet to see a kill to come out. Not really many rotations happening either, though mid lane, nothing to say. You're going to get X back into a torrent. It's a little damage to follow up though. Yopaj going to force the reset out, nothing to say. He can always just remnant back into the mid lane anyway. Meanwhile, bot lane, why? He's going to deny himself off. Nothing to go back the way of Boom. Quick reset for himself. Can always just TP right back to the lane. So the 6-minute power runes now. A spawn up is going to be down bottom as Yopaj able to take with the DD. However, well, the Hoodwink, that's a nice bushwhack out, nothing to say, dropping rather low, will remnant back the other way. However, you've got the enchant there from Scam, controlling up, nothing to say. They might have the damage, but Sin Q is going to show up with the Fisher, make sure they can't keep chasing, so instead they've got to go after the Shaker, but it might be first one to go the way of Yopaj. That Y is still around, he did drop the tombstone here, is now Yopaj. Does get chained up by nothing to say, but there's not going to be much out of this. Just not enough damage. Boom, it seems like they're happy with what they've got.
And they're forcing attention onto Yopaj. It's been playing around really aggressively with that potential on the 6. Of course, it's hard to lock something in like the Ember.
Jackie, but not needing too much. Meanwhile, mid lane, however, they've got the Ember stunned up, but nothing to say. Got the remnant out in time. They can't really follow up. Off the Ember Spirit for now. Bushwhack, though, is going to land from Tim's. Yopaj going to show up once again, forcing the Remnants forward. However, they've even got the Emch there. A nice juke away from nothing to say, but they've got the X back with the boat, and they will find the Ember. Now, that's a much bigger kill coming up from Boom, and a much better start from Boom Esports.
The aggression.
See another smoke out. Boom, they'll head down towards the south, through the mid lane. Who are they going to find? Faith Beyond on that Visage showing up with those familiars. There'll be an X out. This could be a big pickoff, but the familiar stuns are going to be there. Still, the X is going to make it in time for the boat to land. They'll find Faith Beyond. The familiars may not be so lucky either, as they would at least find one of them. And now they are into that mid-tier 1 tower with the Exorcism. Not going to be too hard for them to take them down. In fact, they found Q now on the Earthshaker. They'll find a second. Tim's just sniping from a mile away with that sharpshooter, slowing him down, and well, that'll be the mid-tier 1 tower gone.
And that's the timing we were talking about. Not quite the BKBs coming out, but
why?
Find more.
Trying to protect that Radiant Triangle. It's a lot of damage coming out from Arme, but not quite enough to finish off the job, as Yopaj able to find his 4th kill of the game. Trains will not land on any. FBZ going to try and put the TP up, but the familiars will be there just in the nick of time. They will find at least something for their trouble.
They're going to be very vulnerable to damage here.
Oh, nice chains out from nothing to say. Fisher will be there to follow up. The Tombstone has been dropped as well. This is going to be a fair bit of damage as the cast will land on both. Yopaj, he does have a BKB up. He'll pop it immediately, but it seems like they just want to at least take this Tombstone down to get this team fight started. It will get denied off. Multi-shot there from Arme. It's a lot of damage, but Yopaj, he'll keep forward, keep moving forward. At least the Q does go for a Fisher, but he's trapped in the tree line right now. The bow will fly in. The sharpshooter's there. They'll find at least one as Tim's will look for a bit more now, but nothing to say, he's just fine. He's going to be able to back his way out. They'll only find the Shaker. Still 2-9, 6k advantage. This whole time, Jackie is free farming. Mid lane, in they go again. They found Yopaj another time. This time Arme, he's got so much damage, and they will be able to find that mid conquer. There's nothing to say. He wants a little bit more. He'll move in, but the silence is out from FBZ. Yules is out there to lock down FBZs. They should have the slows as well, but FBZ, he'll BKB up. He'll be just fine to back his own way away. They cannot lock him down through the BKB. Be a smoke out though. Boom. They can find with this. Wrap around through that dire jungle. It's like LGD, they have smoked themselves as well. Both sides looking for that opportunity. It's a bit harder for Boom to try and make the way through the Radiant Triangle, just not having the vision, but LGD might be waiting. Arme, he's a huge target. The X is there. They have a way to drag him back, but the Torrent's not going to land in time. Oh, they mistime it. Why? He moved in to try and defend Arme and has done so. Meanwhile, Jackie gets caught out. He does pump his BKB and the stick charges. He'll barely survive. Meanwhile, FBZ in the middle of nowhere is forced to pop his own BKB and make his own retreat. Fisher, though, gonna lock a couple down into the follow-up. Tim's trying to run. More stick charges. Yopaj, he'll finally throw the boat out, but the chains are there to lock him down with the familiars. Yopaj, which way is he going? He wants a Roshan tonight, but he's not gonna find it. Faith Beyond will be able to take the killers. Now nothing to say. He'll find another. It's going to be Scam on the edge. The Fisher will be enough to just keep him down and take him out. That's 2 down for the side of Boom Esports. LGD really finding a great way of pushing back here against the Dire. Be the exact buff they kind of need here to take the fight on with LGD.
Your Admiral is on board.
See if they can find Q on the back first. Because Fate's Beyond going to be there as well, but they're all in the tree line. Q pings around, but a nice Fisher. Q locking down a couple again into the Echo. FBZ, he will get the BKB off in time. They're still trying to force the fight, but is this the one they really wanted? The boat is out. Yopaj, he's already retreating. He can't find the target he really needed to go after. And now FBZ, another nice Fisher, locked them down. Take him out. Scam, he'll get Yules up. He's not making it out either. Now LGD, it just seems like they knew they were coming. They had just the superior vision, stayed in the tree line, and just surprised them and just don't show anyone.
Q just in the perfect spot to break that smoke, and Boom overcommit. They feel the pressure to try to make these plays. They don't manage to land on targets they want, and Q's just been a nuisance with these Fishers throughout all these fights, just finding the perfect anklets to cut off Boom.
He has Q a real nuisance. Yopaj, you saw he trying to find Arme this whole time, but just unable to get him. Just fine to back his way out. No problems here. Shut now 1 minute away LGD, they're the ones that are really keeping tabs with these familiars, but they do at least have the skeletons coming in from Skem as well. They're going to go for a smoke. We've got a 5-on-5 situation here in the mid lane. Who gets up in the initiation first? The Fisher is there, but the BKBs are out in time. The Tombstone is being focused. Both sides not really sure if they want the fight. Skem, he's going to get jumped on. They found Yopaj, but the boat is out in time. 4 staff away. They need to save the Kunkka. Skem, he's the one in trouble, but no, they look back towards Yopaj. They should have him. Faith Beyond takes him down onto FBZ. They'll find the death prop and they'll just burst him down. So much damage coming up from Faith Beyond. Name just standing right behind him. It's like, how do you actually get to this Drow or the Visage?
They have no reach. It just boils down to the fact that they don't have a high mobility initiator that can dance in. Something like the Ember with nothing to say.
Boom, again, they just haven't found the opening throughout this game. They will try to slow it down, but the Tier 3 tower's already gone. Shot there from Arme, just scouting out Yopaj, will hold down the Conquerors. There's your bushwhack out there, find nothing to say, but he's got the Yule Scepter. Torrent is going to connect it with the Tidal Wave and the Rupture, but it's not going to be it. The Sharpshooter, he jukes it out. Oh, what a juke from nothing to say. Fisher is there, SyncQ locking them down once again, just not letting them get out. Oh boy, 3 down for the side of Boom. This is looking real bad now. LGD, they will go for the Tier 4 towers. How do you stop them?
It's difficult. Maybe you get a good tidal wave back. We saw Yopaj trying to make that play, but man, it's so much easier to do what LGD is doing. Just keep pushing in, play with the damage you have on hand. Fortify forced out. Tier 4 about to fall, 16 HP left. LGD so confident, they still have Aegis. There's nothing to be scared of.
Absolutely not. The T4 towers once again, Skem trying to set up. He did buy back, but it's just waiting for a few more respawns. The Tier 4s are dropping so darn low. They're onto the Ancient now, Boom. Still waiting for the respawns, but they're not coming in time. They've got to try and rush for this, but the Ancient is just completely going down. SyncQ is holding everyone back. They finally make it in, but it's too late. It is just too late. LGD. I can't sugarcoat it, John. They made this series look easy. 2-0 the way of LGD. And what can I say? Boom Esports, they tried their best, but just weren't the better team today.
It was such the journey out from Boom, of course. A 1.4% chance to even come in to that lower bracket that they beat Team Spirit in. And now having to face LGD a lot. The big favorite for a lot of people to win TI itself, or at least make it to the grand finals. They put up a fight, LGD, they come back so strong here. We're seeing that strength that might have been a little bit more up and down in groups, that might not have shown in the early days of the playoffs.
Yeah.
LGD, they look to be back in fine form.
Just such a calm team, just such a coordinated team. Is very composed, no emotions here from LGD. It's just another day for them, another 2-0 victory, and just look towards the next day is, of course, for Boom. A pretty tough loss, John. A lot of these players on Boom, first TI for them, and they do have to leave through the lower bracket round of 2, but it happens.